We are here with Mr. Kato himself. Introduce yourself to the people.
Hey, how y'all doing? I'm Kato. I design nails. I'm a nail tech, Hampton, Virginia. Trying to break some barriers here.
Through the early parts of your career, when you first got started, what were some of the challenges that you faced as a nail tech?
Oh, well, definitely being a straight black man coming into the nail industry, I was looked at, as a bit different. Like, what is he doing here? What's his motivation? Why is he really trying to do nails? And, I mean, there was a lot of proving ground for me. I had to really prove myself to say that, I genuinely was interested in the business, so.
When he first initially approached me, my initial thought was that he was going to be a barber. I just looked at him, and that's what his aura, I got from that. Like, oh, he's coming for barber school. So, after our conversation, and I find out that he was in cosmetology, I said, okay, And as time went on, he was more focused than some of the females that were going. Wow. So I kind of knew that he was going to excel.
So what are some things that you do to diversify yourself from other nail techs?
Well, it's funny because the cosmetology business in itself and nails is just a facet in the whole scope of cosmetology. It's forever changing. I mean, it's a constant merry-go-round. And being in this business, like, you have to reinvent yourself almost every month. Maybe every 3 months you better have reinvented yourself. If you sit stagnant in this business, you'll become a has-been. So you have to remain fresh. You have to always be on what's trending, and that's probably the most important part of being successful in this business. I successfully completed Virginia School of Hair Design, and I successfully completed S&J Hair and Nail School with the nails. It's a hair and nail shop, but there's a nail school in it. I graduated from both. I tried to get into nails. I tried to get into cosmetology years and years ago, but there's always certain roadblocks, and there's always a time to do things, and there's a time not to do things, and I had to wait for my time. It's like I lived in New Orleans, and I had a young child that I was taking care of, and I didn't have any help. It was just me and her, and I was going to a place called Motor Beauty College back then, and I had to come out of school then. But I still had that drive, that desire to do it, So I came out of school then. I had to wait for a while, but eventually, I got back into it, and finally had my opportunity to complete.
What are some things that you feel that you do very well?
My strengths, I'm gonna tell you. I think my strengths are just that I'm not afraid to step out there. I'm not afraid to be different. I'm not afraid to push the envelope. I'm not afraid to even, if I know you can't reinvent the wheel, but I will try. There's nothing I won't do with nails. There's nothing I won't put in a nail. There's nothing I won't try. It's a pass or fail, type of situation. You really have to. Your critics is your audience. Your critics are your clients. Your critics are the people that see you every day, and that lets you know if what you're doing is working.
His strength is that he still loves to learn. He gets videos, he'll sit beside you. He's not afraid to ask for help. A lot of men don't like to come and ask, hey, I need help in this area. He'll come and ask for help. So I think that's a great strength that he has.
If you get raving reviews off of a certain direction you're going in, you explore that direction. If you do something that you think is like, oh, this is going to be crazy, and then they're looking at it like, oh, that is crazy, you kind of know not to go back in that direction. You kind of steer away from it. Now, I've always been like a trailblazer. Like, I'm not afraid to do something, pass or fail. I'm going to see where it goes. There's a lot of times that I've done things like a year or two ago, and I pushed it, and it kind of dwindled out. But now I see it. Now I see everybody's doing it. So I'm like, okay, well, I was on track. I might have been a little bit before my time. But I'm a trailblazer. I do not mind putting myself out there.
Awesome, awesome. Let's kind of switch gears a little bit. Let's talk about some of the things that, over the course of your career that may have potentially held you back. What were some of those things that might have held you back?
Well, definitely one of my children being born. I had to put everything aside for her.
The man loves his babies. So he can be doing your set or a pedicure, something happened to them babies, you left.
Absolutely.
I don't really, that's a good weakness to have. We are family oriented here, and he really loves his family.
I knew eventually she would come to a point where, she was old enough to, that I didn't have to watch her constantly or make sure that, there was a babysitter in place, and I could go back to school and finish. So that was one of the main things that held me back early on. After that, it was anything that held me back was really, self-induced. So, sometimes you're young and you're in the game and you kind of get lackadaisical. But as you get serious and you find out like this is my niche, this is what I want to do, you'll find yourself immersed in your work, and it doesn't even feel like work after a while. It's your pleasure to serve your clients. So it's not even work at that point.
So as of now, are you full-time nail tech?
Yeah, I don't do anything but nails. Nails is everything. It's everything.
Nails is life.
Nails is life, and I put that up there a lot. Nails is life.
Absolutely.
It pays my bills. It takes care of my kids. Nails is life, and it's my pleasure.
Absolutely. Now, if you could go back, maybe let's say about 5 years,
Okay.
what would you tell that Kato as opposed to now?
Slow down, bruh. Slow down. Refocus. Man, I wish I could see myself now and go back and tell that guy, like, look, you got some things that are going on. You need to focus, and this is the direction you need to go in. And I'm not too far off. But I think 5 years ago, if I knew I was in the direction that I'm heading now, I would have been much, much more serious. I would have taken this much more serious. Cause now I see the benefits. Now I see the profit. Now I see the potentials. The things,
Right.
my 2020 visions. I see it now. I couldn't see that back then. Hindsight is 2020. Yeah, if I could go back, it would definitely be different.
Absolutely. So let's kind of delve on that a little bit. You have this hashtag, come see me before you can't see me. Let's talk about that. Well, where did the inspiration for that come from?
Come see me before you can't see me.
And his little motto is, see me before you don't see me.
There we go.
So,
Absolutely.
He's eager to learn. He keep it up. I'll be helping him pick out his furniture in his salon not too long.
Okay, so when I started to get, to where I was comfortable and I knew that I was going to be in this for a while, and I know that as a good nail tech, you get booked and you get swamped, and then people are trying to come see you, and your appointment book is just too full to have anybody there. You come see me. I mean, get on this team before there's no room, because you get to a point where you're booked a month, 2 months back.
Wow.
So I'm like, come see me before you can't see me.
Absolutely.
So I kind of stand on that.
So moving forward, what are some of your big goals? Because I'm sure nails is not your end goal.
Nails is not my end goal, but it will always be a part. I'll always be a part of this industry. Now I always say I could do one client at a time, for the rest of my life and do good, or I could reach out to the masses. So my 2020 vision thing, it's more about pushing a brand. It's more about like coming up with a product that I can sell to the nail techs, my constituents, that would help them. Of course, it's a service to them and it's a business to me. So this is my proving ground. This is where it starts. But eventually, I want to be able to push a brand. So I have a couple of brand ambassadors. They wear my nails, but I need to start coming up with products that are sellable, things that are profitable in the business that they're going to look at and say, you know what, I've seen him use that on his nails and I'd like to try that, so I'd like to buy it, and they'll be able to get it from me.
Absolutely. Now, what would you say to a young entrepreneur that, is trying to break into an industry that is statistically and, in society, they don't typically break into?
Be a trailblazer.
I tell my students this all the time. When you have an idea of who you are, what you want to do, what you want to be, even if you're not sure that you're going to make it on that route, you still have to nurture that baby. It's a baby, you know, you got to feed it, you got to nurture it, you have to constantly seek knowledge of whatever it is you're doing. I always told them, never be the type of person that doesn't know everything in your trade. Everything. Anything new that comes out, you need to know it.
Be a trailblazer. You know, don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to be different. Don't be afraid to be looked at different. You know, you're gonna prove yourself. You know, through your work, through your ethics, through your morals, the way that you stand and deal with your clients. They're all gonna know. You know, and but you have nothing to prove. The only thing you really have to prove is your capabilities at this table.
Stay true to your heart. If it's in you, don't let anybody deter you away from what you know is in you. I have a lot of haters, but your haters make you stronger.
Absolutely.
So all you gotta do, forget them, let it roll off your back, keep on moving.
That's what you have to prove. You don't have to prove your sexuality. Okay, he does nails. Is he gay? No, I'm not gay. But let me tell you something. The LGBTQ community, I've had more issues with straight people asking me about, you know, whether I was straight or gay than the community. It's crazy because a lot of my clients, you know, are gay, you know, mainly female. But they never look at me like, but you know, if I pass out a card on the street or if I talk to somebody about nails, I get like, you do nails? I be like, yes, I do nails.
Absolutely.
You know, like, you really do nails? I'm like, yes, I do nails, you know. Or if someone is talking about me and they say, yo, I know this guy named Kato, he does nails, they always come back and say, first thing they ask, was you gay? No, I'm not, but I don't think that matters. You know, I'm here because it's a business and I'm in this business.
Absolutely, absolutely. And as you continue through your career, what were some of the things that allowed you to push that more so to the back burner than to focus so heavily on that aspect of the challenges?
When I came to the realization that I didn't have anything to prove as far as gender was concerned, you know, that I don't even think, to me, that's not even an issue anymore. I think in the beginning, you know, especially when I was in hair school. Now, when I went to cosmetology school, that's when I was really exposed to, you know, is he straight or gay, you know, and then I was probably a little bit more defensive back then, you know, because it was new to me.
Right.
And now it's like, whatever, you know. You want your nails done though? Yeah, I got you. You know, we ain't even got to discuss that. Do you want your nails done?
Absolutely.
I'm not gonna make a pass at you, so you're not gonna know if I'm straight or gay at the end of the day. I'm here to do your nails. I'm here to perform a service. I'm here to make you happy. And what better to make a black woman happy than a black man pampering to her? You can't beat that. How could you not see the beauty in a woman that's it? I mean, who else better than a brother that sees you every day? He knows your beauty. He recognizes, respects, and admires your beauty. So if I have the opportunity to make you feel beautiful, to pamper you, take care of you, and send you on your way with a smile on your face, especially after you've had a hard day, you get a nice pedicure, and I'm sitting there giving you a nice massage and having a really good conversation with nice music playing in the background, and you don't have to be apprehensive about, you know, is this guy going to try to talk to me now? I've never had that problem, ever. I've never had that problem.
Absolutely.
So, you know, it's a good business to be in. It's a business that you got to be focused in, you know, but it's a good business. Just be professional. It's just that simple. I love sitting across my clients and listening to them talk, having conversations with them, you know, being able to take their hands and just make them beautiful, you know, and using my talent, you know, to the people that want my services. I love to do it, you know. It's when I'm not literally with a client, I'm sitting right here. I'm on different social media sites that are nail groups, and I'm on YouTube just researching, and you know, I'm talking with other nail techs. You know, we're always, you know, we're a big community.
Absolutely.
So we're always talking. We're always trying to see what's the next hot thing. What's the next hot thing? You know, so it's constant. You know, shoot, when you were interviewing some other people for me today, I was on my phone literally just looking up what's next, what's hot, what's next. and in that constant reinventing yourself. And I think that's what keeps it so fresh in me, because there's always something new. It never gets boring. You know, it never gets boring. You know, you're always thinking like, what can I do today, or what can I do different? You know, because you never want to get that cookie cutter design where everybody looks exactly the same.
Right.
You know, so you always want to do something different. You know, I try to make everything look different, and I know you can't make everything just like completely different. You know, because it's still nails, so you still have to stay in the scope of what you do. You know, but at the end of the day, I don't want this client to see this client in the mall or something, and they got the same exact nails, and be like, "Who's your nail tech, Kato?" Like, "Yeah, that's my nail tech," and they got the women do not like that. They want this
They
to
want
be
exclusive. Absolutely.
Oh, absolutely, bro. They want exclusive nails, and they'll tell you that. He said, "I don't want mine to look like anybody else's," and I said, "That's exactly what I'm doing."
What is one of the greatest lessons that you've learned?
It's a debatable lesson, but I stand on it. I'm forever a student. I'm forever a student. You know, some people say, you know, you got this, you've mastered it, you're a nail tech. Yeah, I'm a nail tech, but I'm forever a student. You know, I feel like the day that I've reached my pinnacle of learning is the day that I've literally become a fool. You never stop learning, you know, and never get complacent, never get big-headed. Be the person that you were the day that you started.
Absolutely.
Be that person, because that's the person that they've come to know. That's the person that they fell in love with. That's the person that they understand to be their nail tech. Not somebody that's ripping the runway or walking the red carpet, you know, and they don't know you anymore. So I'm never complacent, and I'm forever a student.
Absolutely. Now, where can the people find you at?
You can find me at S&J. S&J is on Denby Boulevard. As a matter of fact, we're going to put the link in at the end of this video so you'll know exactly where to find me. And I can be found on Facebook. My Facebook name is I'll Nail You, ILLNAILU, and I can be found on Instagram, Kato Idesignnails. And probably within the next 3 to 4 days, I'll be throwing a YouTube link up there also.
Absolutely.
So you can definitely find me on Instagram, Kato Idesignnails. You can definitely find me on Facebook, I'll Nail You. And everyone that knows me, I'm gonna make sure that they know that I have my YouTube started, because I've been saying and promising that I'm gonna do it. So
there we go. Let's get some traction behind it.
Yeah, time to put
absolutely.
some on it.
Well, it was great interviewing you, Kato, and
Yeah,
I look forward to see your progress and your success, and the students that come from you, because you're gonna become an instructor very soon here.
And still a student.
Absolutely, always a student. Thank you so very much.
Man, thank you so much.